everyone. Welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. And I'm going to introduce the gentleman sitting next to me in 1 minute, but I have to tell you, it's really weird because every business and every home always needs something done, okay? And if you're a guy, you're dealing with a honey-do list. Things have changed around. The women are doing more of their own stuff, thank God. But today, it's so hard to find somebody who can do a good job, but you can't even find someone to come over who's just going to do a job. Well, with me is Alan Stevens from A Absolute Works, LLC.
Yes.
Okay, so you're in this industry. Why did you get into this?
I got into this because I saw a opportunity for me to make a difference in my own home and also in potential clients' homes, and to expand my knowledge and just, for the most part, the love of the craft.
You know, he said expand his knowledge, and I remember sitting in the green room with him, and he said, yeah, I watch a bunch of YouTube videos, and I guess we watch, people say, oh, your video's too long. Well, no, I guarantee you that you've watched YouTube videos that were probably 30 minutes long.
Absolutely.
Okay? Today, nothing comes with instructions anymore, so we have to go to YouTube. And I always tell people, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, website, YouTube. More people go here every day than to all of these four.
Yep.
So it's become a target for us to go to when we're not sure if we're doing it right.
That's
I bought
right.
this silly watch. It came with instructions. It did come with instructions, but the word was like this small, and the other side was in Chinese. So I couldn't read either one. So I went to YouTube to learn how to use it. It's really kind of interesting. All right, so how long are you doing this?
I've been doing it for almost 10 years.
Okay, so I know in my industry, and we've been doing this 20 years, that things change. Have things changed in your industry?
They have. A lot of the procedures haven't changed that much, but a lot of the materials and supplies have changed quite a bit.
And just understand something. What he does, and I know it's going to sound silly, is an art. And I'll tell you how that works. I am pretty handy. And I decide that I'm going to put shelves up.
Okay.
So I put up these shelves, and I'm sitting in my office like 3 or 4 weeks later, and all of a sudden I hear all this crashing down. Well, the shelves came crashing down, ripped a hole in the wall where the anchors were. I just didn't use the right anchors, I guess, or the right
That's
stuff.
common.
And now I can't tell you how many times that has happened mounting a TV.
Oh, yeah. I get a lot of that.
So thank God the TVs are big, because all these holes where I tried to find the stud are hidden behind the TV.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you've seen a lot of changes.
Yes.
Do you see more changes coming in the future?
I do. I see a lot more changes with, like I said, with the materials and the supplies, not so much the procedures, because that's, that will change in accordance to the materials and the supplies that are available, and also the tools. But the changes that I see mostly are going to be probably more along the lines of people staying in their homes and rebuilding them or remodeling them, as
Right.
opposed to new construction, even though that seems to be the boom as of right now. But I think that may curtail.
Well, and I have to tell you, you're in the industry. People are like, well, I'm going to build a new house because it's going to be hurricane proof. And okay, just go to some of these old homes that are over 100 years old, built out of wood. They've been through tons of hurricanes,
Yep.
and they're still standing.
Yep.
I think that just better construction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they were built better with better materials. Now that the resources are stretched so thin and time is of the essence, the materials are getting cheaper, and the actual construction of the homes, there's a lot of shortcuts and a lot of cut. So it's
I've
a give and
heard,
take.
I've had home inspectors come in here, and they talk about how many homes that they go into where it's brand new construction, and the roofs don't have these like tie downs or whatever.
Hurricane straps.
Okay, hurricane strap.
Yeah.
All right, tie downs for us. Okay, we don't know. We don't know. But it's amazing. You're right. They cut corners and they cut and I hate to say it, but the work they do today, a lot of people, is pretty shoddy, and pretty sloppy.
It is.
The house next door to me just had a brand new metal roof put on.
Mm.
So, here come these construction workers putting on this brand new roof, which looks beautiful, and they did a nice job.
Mm-hmm.
But they're sloppy because I got 2 flat tires, because the nails and stuff that they pull out from the initial wood when they're replacing it,
Just
they
throw
just
them
pulled
wherever.
out and they came flying across the fence onto my driveway.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've lost, I think, the art of doing the job, cleaning up after the job, and finishing the job properly.
Yeah.
And there's a million people that are not insured.
That's right.
Okay, now you're insured.
Absolutely. It's
Okay.
very important.
Okay, moving forward, what does the future hold for A Absolute? I mean, what's your plan moving forward?
Well, my plan is to continue to keep quality control at 100%, and also I'd like to expand. I'm reluctant to hire anyone because I've had bad experiences in the past. It's commonplace in this industry that everybody wants to work and everybody knows what they're doing, but sometimes when it comes down to it, that's not always the case. I find that 90% of the individuals like myself that are well versed in the trade are already working for themselves. To either join forces or be employed by someone such as me would be almost a step down for them, and it's it's a heartbreaker, but I say good for them.
It's funny because every industry has their competition, and though I've been in this the longest, so I don't look at anybody as my competition.
Right.
I look at good people as co-opetition. People that I can work with, because this is enough for everybody.
Yeah.
So I isn't the guy who does what I do, but there's times that we're outside doing an event and I need more cameras or I need more people, and he comes out, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And it's not about stealing one or another's customer.
Right.
It's about working together. If I find something that's a great program that he should be using, I tell him. I don't hide it from him. I don't have to keep it a secret because I know he won't shaft me, and that makes me feel good. You're talking about skills and crafts, and you're in an industry that people jump into just because something went wrong and they need to make money. So they think it's instant gratification.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because it comes from experience. Many, many moons ago, I lost my job, and I didn't know what to do. Now, I was friends with a builder who was building 9 homes. And I figured, I'm pretty handy. He says, well, can you put in doors? Yeah, sure, I can put in doors. Oh, my God. They are probably the hardest thing. Doors and windows.
It is tough.
Okay, so now I put in all these 9 doors, and they're swinging open, and there's big spaces. Okay, it was brutal.
Yep.
I mean, you're doing this a long time. So I get bringing on somebody could be a nightmare for you.
Yes.
So that part I get. Like, what are most people? What are the most kind of jobs that you do for people? Do you paint?
I do paint.
Hate it.
I do too. It's just, to me, it's monotonous. I'm very good at it, I believe. I've rarely had complaints, but I find that mostly what I'm doing is fixtures. I do a lot of bathroom remodels. That's kind of what I've been doing more of than anything lately. I do flooring, drywall work, window repairs. I do a lot of doors, Wayne. So, but it's all over the place. There's really nothing, no one aspect of it that I can say this is what I do. I fix homes, and I upgrade homes. So
we're talking about inferior work. So when I renovated this place, we put 20 grand in. Okay, so we put carpeting in this room, as you can see,
Yep.
and right on the side of me here is a door to a closet. Well, puts the carpeting in, he forgets to cut the bottom of the door. So the door is
Scrub it.
coming off of the thing, and it's right. Then he puts a latch on one of the other doors, the ones that, like a bolt kind of
Yeah.
thing. And he puts it in upside down, so when you get the latch and you lock it, you flip it up. Well, all someone's got to do is bang it, and it's going to fall down.
Yep.
It's like these little things that are just base common sense
Mm-hmm.
that people don't seem to get.
Yeah.
And that's why you really need to hire a professional.
Attention to detail is very important. In my experience, as far as hiring goes, I've found that it's best to hire someone with zero experience, someone with no bad habits.
Good answer.
Yeah, I had a great experience with a young guy fresh out of high school. He wanted to go into the Marines, and he was just kind of filling some time, and he didn't know a hammer from a screwdriver, like pretty much.
Right.
He came in, great kid. I showed him how to do things the way I do things. That way, when I left him by himself, it was like me doing it, and I didn't have to babysit or anything like that.
You didn't have
And
to
that
break
was-
all the bad habits.
Right, and that was a definite blessing, and I really enjoyed it.
And I get that even when we bring people in here, it's like the less you know, the better I'm going to have you as a worker.
Right.
Okay? Because I'm doing this a long time, and I have my way of doing it,
Mhm.
and obviously I'm in business over 20 years, so it probably still works.
Yeah.
And I don't mind if they take the base of what I have, and then they kind of make it to what's comfortable for them. But you're right. You get people. I've had people in here who don't confuse me with the facts. I already have my mind made up.
Right.
Okay, and they're sometimes very hard to work with. So moving forward, hopefully, if you can find the right people, you're gonna expand and grow,
Yes.
which is really cool. All right, we're getting at the top of our time. How do people find you? Do you have a phone number?
I do. It's 561-707-5457.
And of course, we've kind of connected on Facebook.
Yes.
So you have a Facebook page?
I do.
Which is?
It's A Absolute Works Incorporated.
Okay, guys, I got to tell you, and I say this a million times, and I should just get a little box, like tape recorder, and just play it every time. Use a professional. And one of the reasons I say that is more than just getting better work, but first of all, we're guys, so we're stupid. And our wife says, hey, can you do this? And we look at it and say, it's a simple job. As soon as you say it's a simple job, you've cursed the job.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's going to take forever. But to give you an example, if I could, okay, put in a door,
Uh-huh.
and I can't, it might take me 3 hours.
Right.
I'm just picking times.
And 12 trips to Home Depot.
Yeah, go to Home Depot. Right, and a bunch of yelling from my wife.
Right.
But you can put in a door, and it might take you an hour,
Mhm.
and the money that it cost me to do that door would cost me less for you to do the door.
Mhm.
So now I'm giving someone a job so they can feed their family.
Yep.
It's taking them an hour, which frees up 3 hours of mine, which I make more than probably what they're doing, okay, because they're doing it in an hour. And that extra time I can spend with my family. I can spend doing things I want to do
Yeah.
instead of what I have to do. And that's really pretty tough. Real quick, one more time, give out your phone number so people know how to get you.
561-707-5457.
And you can easily find him on Facebook, okay? He does amazing work. He's got it down pat.
Mm.
I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much,
Alan, it
Wayne.
was a pleasure. Everybody, we'll be right back.